This morning we are using a new foundation, the L'Oreal Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation. I'm going to prep my skin as I usually do in the morning. Once I tone my face using the Thayer's Hydrating Milky Toner, I go in with my May Love Glow Maker, which is my vitamin C serum, and it says antioxidant serum. Then I come in with one pump of my Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion. This is my morning routine, and it's very fast, and I could have done this off camera, but I just thought bring you along and show you the process I go through before I even put on the foundation. I do believe this is kind of part of what gives the final skin-like appearance, but that is just a little bit more radiant. Anything to help my aged skin look like it has more moisture or it's not dry. When my skin appears dry, it appears very flat, and it also makes me look older. When I have moisture and a little bit of bounce to my skin, it really does change, I think, the appearance, and it looks a little bit more youthful. The next product I use is the DRMTLGY Universal Tinted Sunscreen. I put 4 pumps of that, and then I just rub that into the face. So using the sunscreen is the last step of my skincare regimen. That is what I will put the makeup products on top of, but I do use this sunscreen every day. Every day. Every day that I pass a window, or every day that light is coming through the window, I use this because I'm in the car or I'm at home and there are windows. Now that that is rubbed in, you can see it leaves a very nice, kind of a little bit of color. So this is just the first layer of the rest of the stuff. And I know this is all about trying this product, but this is just, these are the steps that I go through because it's the best way to test it. It's also the best way to demonstrate it. And this is the way I've been wearing it every day. I don't wear foundation every day, but when I do wear foundation, I go through these next few steps. So it's important that I use the same steps so that you can see how it looks and how I've been using it. So the next product I use is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. I love this product so much. I put a little bit on my hands. That's probably too much, but I love the way it smells. It smooths out my complexion so that when I put on the foundation, it just has the most smoothing texture. And it really does hold on to the makeup. I also enjoy using cream-based products a lot, and so those tend to fade more quickly. This is one of the reasons I layer products, because if you're older and you wear powder, sometimes it looks more like it's on the skin than a part of the skin. And I like a look where it looks like the skin is healthy instead of I have makeup on my skin, if that makes any sense. Putting this on, I don't know if you can see, it just glides so easily, and it is just a beautiful product. And I enjoy just the experience of putting this on in the morning because it smells so lovely. All right, so that's it. Next, we're gonna come in with our foundation. My skin is ready. I'm just going to, put this on my fingers. I typically do not use a brush. I've just never really been able to do it. Maybe I just don't have the right brushes. I just come in and use my hands and apply that all over the face. I really like the way this feels. It does feel like a serum. It doesn't feel thick. It's not drying as I'm spreading it, and it is just serum-like. Very nice feeling, easy to spread. If I want to add just a little bit of coverage to the cheeks, this is typically where my sun damage is, where my skin has a little bit more splotchiness. I can do that. It does build nicely. I always put it on my eyelids. I want them to have an even look. All right, next, I'm going to put powder on my eyelids so that the foundation sets without creasing for when I do apply a shadow. When you use a foundation that has a little bit of a tackiness to it, I do like to set it, and I've been using the e.l.f. loose powder. It's very finely milled. When I use a powder like this, it tends to look very cakey. What I do next is I take it and I just press that powder all over the face. I'm not twirling it or swirling it, because what I want to do is I want to set the foundation right where it is. And two, I don't want to lift up the skin and create texture. And I think it's very important because that's what helps the foundation look like skin. And it also is what helps the skin texture stay melty looking, like fresh, like no texture. So that's it. The L'Oreal foundation. I will apply a concealer in this dark area, and I really haven't put the foundation here because I don't want to build up product under my eye. I just want to have the one product I want there to do its trick. Now I did put the face primer there. That's okay. I'm just gonna tap that in to this darker area under my eye. So it's just very light, and I tend to go under and right on the inside. So that is it under my eye. And the next thing I do is I use my e.l.f. setting spray, and I'm going to set the setting powder. This is where I come in with a sponge. So this whole process, it's pretty easy to do, and I know that I'm in the routine of it, but basically you are prepping your face, priming your face, putting on your foundation, setting it with a setting powder, you're setting it with a spray, then you come in with a sponge and you're just pressing it. At no time during this process am I taking a brush and swirling it. I am pressing in this setting spray now to meld that foundation with the setting powder and the spray. This is where you prepare your skin for the makeup that's going to come on top of it. Right, so that's what it looks like. All right, so that is the foundation. I really do like the look of it. If you are using powder products, you are gonna have to set your face again after you spray it with your setting spray. If you are using cream products, you could probably just go on in and it's not gonna matter. I'm going to do eyes next. This is going to be a very fast face of makeup. I'm just doing the light coloration on the eyes. Go in and put a little bit underneath, lift that outer area. Next, I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay Hydromaniac. It looks very bright. I will use this and just kind of stamp the cheek area. You go on top of my cream and I use a powder on top of it. Kind of take the same approach with this as I do with the other makeup. How I prepare my face for color. I am just zipping through this. I have about 10 minutes to get ready and get out the door. Anyway, okay, so that's that. Done. After I do that, I go back in and I set it. And that does help take down a little of the intensity. And then just a very little bit of this bronzer, this e.l.f. Putty Bronzer, just to kind of give my face a little bit of dimension. I'm using it kind of as a contour instead of a bronzer. I use the setting spray next before I do eyelashes. And I'm just noticing I haven't done my eyebrows. I know I'm leaning way over because if I don't, this ugly mirror's in the picture. I filmed this yesterday. This mirror was in the frame and it was filthy because I flip it. I'm constantly flipping it back and forth so that I can check my makeup to make sure that I'm putting it on in the right place and all of that, because looking in the iPhone or the camera, it's this tiny little place. That's why I'm leaning forward and leaning over, because I'm going to the mirror so you don't have to look at it. All right, so that's good enough for right now. I love this foundation. It spreads nicely, it sets nicely. It doesn't feel like I have a lot of makeup on my skin. It feels like my skin can still breathe. And I think it has a beautiful skin-like appearance. So if you haven't tried it, I absolutely recommend it. It's a drugstore product. And actually most of the products I use today are drugstore products. The only thing is this face base, which is not. Hey, stop, the cat. And I'm going to go get dressed, put on my mascara, and then I'll show you the finished look using this foundation. So this is my full face using the L'Oreal Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation. I really do like the look. What do you think? I think it's really a very skin-like, natural makeup look. So if you haven't tried it yet, I think you'll enjoy it.